There are hundreds of thousands of people of color reported missing every year. 40% of all persons missing, I'll say it again, 40% of the missing person population are people of color, yet we make up 13% of the US population. We are disappearing at an alarming rate. We all know the names of Casey Anthony, Chandra Levy, Gabby Petito, but name someone that's Black or brown that's missing. I'm sure your audience can't even name one person of color that's missing, and that's man, woman, or child. We started the Black and Missing Foundation in May of 2008. A young lady by the name of Tamika Houston went missing from Spartanburg, South Carolina. And we learned how her family, particularly her aunt, who's in media relations, really struggled to get national media coverage for Tamika's disappearance. And a year later, Natalie Holloway disappeared. And I'm sure when I said her name, everyone can picture her face. So we said, why not us? Why can't we do something? I'm in media relations, Derrica in law enforcement, and those are the two critical professions needed to help find and bring awareness to our missing.
These families are so desperate, and when they come to us, oftentimes we are their last hope, their last resort. We understand that not every case is going to make the 5 and 10 o'clock news cycle. We understand that not every case is going to elevate to mainstream media, but social media has been very, very vital in helping us get the message out there. And we need our community to help us be that digital milk carton for these flyers to go viral. We all know that there is a sense of distrust when it comes to the minority community and law enforcement. And people are more comfortable coming to us because we're relatable, we look like them, and honestly, we don't care who they are. We just want the information that they have so it can end this nightmare for these families.
When someone contacts us and we receive information or requests for assistance from a number of resources, whether it's social media, families calling us directly, the first thing that we want to ensure is that there's a police report on file, a missing persons report on file. And once we verify that it's there, then we upload that person's information to our website as well as our social media platforms. If there isn't a missing persons report on file, then Derrica will help them to navigate the process with law enforcement. And we see that all the time where the cases aren't taken seriously and we have to, help them to file a missing persons report. Media coverage is vital in ensuring that law enforcement adds resources to the case. We have thankfully media partners that we can tap into to get coverage for these missing individuals and bring about awareness. And as I said before, utilizing social media, because we don't have to wait for the news cycle. We can get the information out instantaneously. Think about if you're missing from DC, you could be in New York within 2.5 to 3 hours on the cellular, so you can be anywhere. We also have a checklist on our website to help families navigate this process from A through Z. We are meeting them at the worst points in their lives. And you can't think, when you have a loved one that's missing, you really can't process it. So we're helping them, we're coaching them through this process.
It's so important also for law enforcement to view us as allies. We're not trying to step on their toes. We want them to view us as a valuable partner because we do understand there's limited resources that are dedicated to missing person units within these police departments because, quite frankly, missing persons is not considered a priority. And for them to view us as a partner, because we do have an anonymous tip line and we receive tips quite frequently. They can call it or they can actually submit their tips through our website. This information is important and we've been able to close many cases with information that has come in, and that's from the flyers that we share.
These individuals, they become our family. So it's not one and done. We keep in contact with them. We provide financial services, any type of resources that families need. We try to connect them with the individuals or the organizations that can help them as well. And sadly, if someone is found deceased, we provide burial financial support for these families. Even if a loved one has been found, we still keep in contact and check on them just to make sure that they're okay, because these families are never the same. They've been through a traumatic experience, and we want to keep checking on them to make sure they are, healing as best as they could. The work that we do is a labor of love. Derrica and I both have full-time jobs. We're wives and mothers, and we don't charge anyone. Thousands of families that are coming to us, we don't charge them a fee at all. We see ourselves, or I see myself as a publicist for these families, and we're trying to make sure that their missing loved one is a household name.
Since our inception, we have helped reunite or bring closure to nearly 400 families. This is so much bigger than us. In order to correct an issue that you have identified, you have to be willing to be the solution. And so that is what we're doing. We are the solution to these families' problems. And it's our hope and prayers that the Black and Missing Foundation dies a natural death, that we wouldn't have to have a Black and Missing Foundation in the future. But as of right now, we have approximately 2,500 missing that's in our database. And so we're going to continue pounding the pavement and being the voice for the voiceless. And, we've seen miracles happen, and so we want to continue to put this information out there. We want to continue to spotlight these families, because if we stop showing them, then it gives people the sense that they're no longer missing.
We all have a responsibility to help find and bring awareness to our missing, and that's law enforcement, the media, and our community. We can't do this work by ourselves. These families who are desperately searching for their missing loved ones, they just want answers. The unknown is the most hurtful and heartbreaking part for them. And we believe that someone knows something, and we just need one person to come forward to solve that case.